Aloha and welcome to A Course in Miracles, a workbook for students. We're on lesson 24 today. I do not perceive my own best interest. This is one that I have to constantly be reminding myself of, because I kind of think I do know what my best interest is and what's going to really make me happy. But the Course says that I don't. And so I have to really examine this whole idea that I actually know what's going to make me happy. And so today is going to be a beginning of opening the door to learning this Course. I do not perceive my own best interest. In no situation that arises, no situation, do you realize the outcome that would make you happy? In no situation that arises, do I realize the outcome that would truly make me happy? I think I do. But I don't. Therefore, you have no guide to appropriate action and no way of judging the result. What you do is determined by your perception of the situation. And that perception is wrong. So that's the problem right there. Our perception is wrong. So it is inevitable then that you will not serve your own best interest. Because whatever we're doing to serve ourselves, the action we're taking is based on our perception. But if our perception is wrong, then it's inevitable that we're going to be disappointed. Yeah, they are your only goal in any situation which is correctly perceived. They, I believe, is referring to your own best interest. Your own best interests are your only goal in any situation which is correctly perceived. Otherwise, you will not recognize what they are. In other words, it's saying, if we don't understand what the outcome is that's going to reach the goal of our own best interest, then we really have no way of judging what is going to be our own best interest. Or actually recognize it when it happens. It's kind of like, have you ever done something that you didn't really want to do and then it turned out really good, but there was no way you could have known that it was going to turn out really good by your perception? But the universe in its mercy just kind of brought you to this place, and whoa, it was your own best interest. Like me coming here to Maui, it turned out, actually I wanted to come to Maui, so it doesn't totally but I hadn't really ever planned on going to Maui, not in my whole life. I just wound up here, and when the opportunity arose, I took it. But anyway, if you realized that you do not perceive your own best interest, you could be taught what they are. But if I don't realize that, I can't be taught. We have to make room for learning. If we think we already know what our own best interests are, then we can't be taught what our own best interests are. But in the presence of your conviction that you do know what they are, you cannot learn. The idea for today is a step toward opening your mind so that learning can begin. So we're going to look at what do we think of should be the outcome to different situations and see how we're kind of set up these impossible situations for us to be happy. So it says the exercise for today require much more honesty than you are accustomed to using. A few subjects, honestly and carefully considered in each of the 5 practice periods, which should be undertaken today, will be more helpful than a more cursory examination of a large number. So 2 minutes are suggested for each of the mind-searching periods which the exercises involve. So 5 times a day, 2 minutes each. We don't have to explore the whole, everything that comes to our mind, but just 2 minutes worth, and look at them deeply. The practice period should begin with repeating today's idea: I do not perceive my own best interest. Followed by searching the mind with eyes closed for unresolved situations about which you are currently concerned. So you just close your eyes, and you search your mind for whatever current unresolved situation comes to your mind. The emphasis should be on covering the outcome you want. So what do you want to happen? How do you want this to play out? What's the result that you want to get out of this unresolved conflict? You will quickly realize that you have a number of goals in mind as part of the desired outcome, and also that these goals are often on different levels and often conflict. In applying the idea for today, name each situation that occurs to you, and then enumerate carefully as many goals as possible that you would like to be met in its resolution. The form of each application should be roughly as follows. In the situation involving blank, I would like blank to happen and blank to happen, and so on. Try to cover as many different kinds of outcomes as may honestly occur to you, even if some of them do not appear to be directly related to the situation or even to be inherent in it at all. If these exercises are done properly, you will quickly recognize that you are making a large number of demands on the situation which have nothing to do with it. You will also recognize that many of your goals are contradictory, that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, because if they're conflicting, then only one of them can happen. So you're gonna, even if one of them happens and the other one doesn't, you still feel disappointed because they couldn't both happen because they conflicted. Like an example I can think of is, say there's something that I really want to do. I think this, whatever it is going to really super make me happy. And I really desire to do it. But I also want to have a good relationship with my wife or my partner or my significant other or my best friend. And I know that my best friend doesn't agree with this particular outcome that I really want to happen, and it's going to come between us. So right there, you want 2 things. You want this thing and you want a good relationship, but they're in conflict with each other. So either way, the way I've set the situation up, I'm going to be disappointed because I didn't get what I want. Then I might feel resentful to my partner for not wanting me to have that. Or I just go ahead and get what I want, but this person that I'm living with every day feels resentment towards me. So that's just an example there that I think most people can relate to. If these okay, you will also recognize that many of your goals are contradictory and that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, however the situation turns out. After covering the list of as many hoped-for goals as possible for each unresolved situation that crosses your mind, then say to yourself, I do not perceive my own best interest in this situation, and go on to the next one. So here we are. We're opening ourselves up to learn and to see with some of the very things in our very life that in these situations that we really probably believe that we did know what we really wanted and what was the best, that we can see that the way we've set them up, it's impossible for it to turn out. Seeing the bottom line that I just don't know what's best for me or what's going to make me happy. So have a good time with it today, and remember to try as much as you can to get these 5 practice periods in today. And I will see you tomorrow. I will see you everywhere. Aloha.